Okay, guys, sorry about that. My larynx was crushed, and I didn't want anybody to mistake me for Michael Myers. I didn't want to get my head chopped off. So therefore, I was doing all that waving and stuff that anybody in their right mind would have known to look under the mask to see this isn't Michael Myers. Yeah, that's how shitty this movie is going to be. This is Bronco Juggalo, and today we are discussing Halloween Resurrection. A huge, gigantic piece of shit. Directed by Rick Rosenthal, which boggles my fucking mind because he did Halloween 2. And Halloween 2 is amazing. It stars Jamie Lee Curtis for all of about 6 minutes. It stars Busta Rhymes, of all freaking rappers you could get. Busta Rhymes? Really? I don't know how he auditioned and got this role, or if they sought him out or what, but really? Busta freaking Rhymes? He plays a guy named Freddy, who's a big old douche, and his performance is hampered even more by the fact that Busta Rhymes can't act. This movie has Thomas Ian Nicholas. You may remember him from American Pie. And guess what he does in this movie? His name is Bill, and he plays a horny teenager. Just like he did in American Pie. Typecasted much? Movie also stars Tyra Banks as Nora, a completely fucking useless person in this movie. I have no idea why she's even in it, except to look good in a pair of jeans. Maybe she was head of contract, she sold some Jordashes or something, I don't know. And then our final girl, Bianca Kajic, I believe it is. The character of Sarah. She's not a bad actress, but she should not have been in this role. Okay, little tidbit here, and it's not even a con for me, but still a tidbit. She could not scream. Her screams in this movie, the ones that are supposedly so impressive, were all dubs from other women's screams. What kind of scream queen or horror movie actress can't scream? Yeah, I've already started. I know. I haven't even given you the plot yet. Okay, so here's the plot. 3 years after the events of H2O, Laurie's in an insane asylum because Michael pulled the old switcheroo. You know that person getting his head chopped off at the end? That wasn't him. You know the end of H2O? It wasn't Michael. Spoiler alert, like it fucking matters. Okay, Michael crushes the larynx of a paramedic, switches out his clothes, puts the paramedic in his clothes and in his mask, and that's who Jamie Lee Curtis takes off into the woods and chops his head off. Okay, as I said, he crushed the guy's larynx, right? Okay, we get it. The guy can't talk. He can't say, hey, it's not me, it's not Michael. His hands were free. He couldn't, I didn't do it when I was doing my thing because I didn't want to actually grab my mask and rip it off because I might damage it. But you think he couldn't have removed that mask to show, hey, I'm not Michael? Or, hey, no, I'm not Michael. Look, please, I'm not Michael. Don't do that. Do you think Michael Myers would have begged like that? And some people say in this one, oh, Michael's trying to... No, I don't know what the hell they were doing. Yeah, Michael in this movie may have been doing that, but that's not something Michael Myers would do. That's why this movie's such crap. Because they totally debase what Michael Myers is. Anyways, yeah, so Michael pulled a switcheroo on everybody. And then, as I said, he's now dressed in the paramedic's clothes, face showing, all that. And he walks right past, and in the beginning of this movie, he literally walks right by 2 cops holding a bloody fucking butcher knife. Why does the paramedic need to be holding the butcher knife from a crime scene? And he just walks right on out. And then goes home. And lives in the sewer underneath his home for the next 3 years. Which makes no sense at all. Eating rats, by the way. Eating rats. Forgot about that part. Okay, so 3 years later, he decides to go back and find Laurie in the insane asylum. And Laurie has been pretending to be comatose for years and being totally out of it. And she's not. She's stashing her pills in the back of her Raggedy Ann. And Michael comes in, and she gets out, and he gets out. And I'm sitting there thinking, where is the fucking security in this place? Okay, the two dumbass security guards are down there messing around. They are such idiots. I'm going to stop and get something to eat. No, we got inmates loose, but I'm going to stop and get something at the vending machine. They are fucking ridiculous. These guys are biggest idiots. And people give the cops in Part 5 shit? Really? Really? Anyways, Michael kills Laurie within the first 10 minutes of the film. In a really, well, oh God. If you haven't seen this already, don't even bother. Take what I'm saying, file it away, and just say fuck this movie. Anyways, I guess you can see where I'm going with this, how much I like this movie. And here's the funny part, it's not even the worst one in the franchise. Isn't that crap? A lot of people say this is the worst one in the franchise. I'm not one of those people. We'll get to the worst one in the franchise. We're getting there. Okay, where was I? Oh yes, we're still on the plot. I'm sorry. So Michael goes back home after killing Laurie again. And Busta Rhymes, Freddy, whatever, and a group of teenagers and Tyra Banks and a bunch of other fucking dumbass idiots decide to do a reality show from the Myers house to investigate why Myers went the way he went. And of course it's all rigged and it's all bullshit. But guess who's really home? So guys, I'm going to start with pros because no movie is total shit, right? Alright, I've said how shitty this movie is. Take it for the bank, this movie's shit. But it does have some redeeming qualities. And that's what pisses me off the most about this movie. Is this is a movie that if just a few things were done differently could have been a good movie. It's got some good moments in a crappy film. Okay guys, so pro number one. In the beginning of the film, there is a crazy psycho guy walking around the grounds and they keep trying to put him back in his room and he keeps getting out and they keep putting him back and he keeps getting out. And yeah, that makes so much sense, right? Anyways, he is good. I like his performance. I like what he does. I even like the lines of the dialogue they gave him. It was good. He's obsessed with serial killers and he can name you everything a serial killer does, ate for breakfast, and the day he was born, the day he died, everything else. He is played by the same guy who plays the fat jock in Freddy vs. Jason. You know, what you gonna do? Hey, Cornpone, why don't you go find a sheep to fuck, or whatever the hell he says in that movie. Yeah, that guy, you know, guy drinking the Everclear. This Everclear's kicking my ass. That guy. Same actor. I like him. That's pro number one. Pro number two is the kills in this film. I really enjoy the kills. They're good. There's a couple that are a little unbelievable, but it's a horror movie. You have to check some of your unbelief at the door. Like the fact that Michael can totally decapitate somebody with the swipe of one butcher knife. You know, with a butcher knife with one swipe. It's just kind of ridiculous, but you know, he is Michael. He's always had that supernatural strength. But, I mean, come on, let's just be real here. You know, I don't think that should have been possible. If anything, the knife should have gotten stuck and knocked her body over. You know what I'm saying? It's a kitchen knife. It's not that fucking sharp. It's not a samurai sword. Anyways, okay. But it's still a pro. I like the kills in the film. They're a lot of fun. They're good. They're bloody. They're good kills. Pro number 3. I like that they tried to do something different. I hate found footage movies. If you watch my channel for any length of time, you'll know that I don't like found footage films. The only film that does found footage good is Never Hike Alone. And that's not really a found footage movie, it just has found footage in it. And they kind of do that a little bit in this with the filming of the reality show. There's a lot of, you know, hidden camera angles and security camera angles and circuit camera angles and, you know, head camera angles and things like that. And it's not terrible. Those moments are not terrible. They tried to do something different. If they would have had a better surroundings around this, cast, directing, all of that, maybe it would have done better. Maybe. But I salute them for trying to do something new in this franchise. My fourth and final pro is the cinematography. David Geddes, he's really good. When Michael's in the shadows, he looks amazing. The mask looks good in the shadows. We're gonna get to the mask here in a second, okay? And he just look. It's shot, and the cinematography is shot really nicely. It's really good looking. It's really pretty movie, as far as that goes. You know, the atmosphere and the gloom of the cinematography is really good. And they did kind of bring back a little bit of that original from the original Halloween, where Michael gets shot in a lot of blues and grays and darks, you know. So it looks very spooky, you know what I mean? If only this movie was better at everything else, it wouldn't have been... Oh, well. I'm going to just get into the cons. How about that? I got a whole bunch of cons. Starting with the opening monologue by Jamie Lee Curtis has absolutely no bearing on this film. I don't know what they were trying to replicate, if they were trying to give her a Loomis moment or what, but that opening monologue, it's just dumb and it has no bearing or place to be in this movie. So my next con is the premise, the entire premise of what this movie is based on, with Michael still being alive since he should not be alive. Okay, the switcheroo, all of that, it's absolute garbage. How... It makes no freaking sense at all. Con number 3, and one of my biggest cons, is the treatment of Laurie. Now, way back in the day when this movie first came out, I was like, you know, I never liked this movie. Flat out, never liked this movie. But I used to be one of those people that says, you know, I like the first 10 minutes or so. The whole part with Laurie, that's really good stuff. The more and more I watched this film, the more I realized how shit it was. And how disrespectful it was to the character of Laurie Strode. And how much I couldn't stand it. This movie could have been so much better if she would have just survived, escaped the mental institution, and went after Michael. Kind of like they're doing in this new one. We'll see what happens. I get to go see it tomorrow. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I've heard some people say it's not good. I've heard some people say it's amazing. I've heard some people say it's the greatest film ever. The reviews are all over the place, even from people that I know and trust their opinions. Their views are all over. So I'm going to just see it for myself. I do not like how they treated Laurie. I don't like what they did with Jamie Lee Curtis's character. I understand she didn't want to do anymore. I get that. But I did not do her justice. It was complete and total crap. My next con is the cast. And we're going to talk a lot about the cast in this review. Well, we're going to talk at least especially about one member of the cast a lot. We have Tyra Banks. We have Busta Rhymes. They are garbage. Why are they even in this movie? Could you guys not get like one B-movie actor that could have done their job? You know, were you all that strapped for cash you had to settle for these two morons? Why are they even in this film? Why? Let me give you an example, and this was another comment. I'm going to give you the example now. Tyra Banks' little dancing scene. Totally needless in this film. Is that the only reason we put her in here? So we can watch her shake her ass, but yet she doesn't get naked? I mean, nobody gives a shit about fucking Tyra Banks that watched this movie. That really cared about this franchise. Nobody gave a shit about Tyra Banks. Nobody gives a shit about Busta Rhymes. Why are they even in this film? Thomas Ian Nicholas does a terrible job. The kid from fucking Step Up or whatever the fucking dance movie is. I don't remember what the fuck it's called. I don't watch those gay ass films. Sean Patrick Thomas was total fucking garbage. Everybody in this film was total garbage. There wasn't one decent actor in this movie. Not one. Alright guys, so my next con, we're going to talk about it now, is The Mask. Okay, this mask is better than the masks, and as I said it again, masks, plural, that they used in H2O. It had a little bit of part 5 going on with it, with the eyebrows, and part 4 with the eyebrows. It had a little bit of part 6 in there, and had a little bit of part 5 in there, a little bit of part 2 in there, part 1. And it all meshed together. And sometimes, okay, I almost didn't put this as a con because sometimes when it's lit just right with that amazing cinematography, it looks really good. But then sometimes when it's not, you can see how crappy it looks. Especially with the eyebrows. It's like they come all the way down around the eyes almost. And I mean, I'm not saying they do, but just that's the way it seems sometimes. Why? Why do they even need eyebrows? I mean, really? Yeah, I don't know. It's not the worst mask in the series, but it's far from the best. My next pro is the score. Now, I guess they wanted to do something completely different. They barely have the Halloween theme in this one, and when they do, it's not even done that well. They went with this weird digital synth fucking, I don't know, techno sounding score almost. That's just crap. And it doesn't inspire dread, it doesn't inspire fear, it's nothing. It's just annoying, honestly. There's parts in it, and they threw a little rap in there, and it's not even good rap, it's crap. Another huge con for me is the dialogue in this film. Especially some of the dialogue from Freddy, aka Busta Rhymes, and the dialogue from our final girl, Sarah. Okay, she's like, alright, I'm just gonna talk about it now. There's a scene where she comes screaming out of the closet with a chainsaw, and she goes after Michael the chainsaw, and he fends off the chainsaw like they're in a fucking sword fight with this butcher knife. And she's like, and she keeps tapping him in the chest with the chainsaw, and it's cutting into him a little bit. And she's like, this is for Bill, and this is for whatever the fuck their name is, and this is for whatever the fuck their name is, for all of them. And it's just so crap. I'm like, oh my god, it's cringeworthy. I'm like, who wrote this shit? I mean, the dialogue, oh my god, it's terrible, complete and other shit. That chainsaw scene, like I said, it's a big con for me because I don't know if they were trying to do like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing or an Ash thing or what, but what the fuck? Well, first off, why is there a chainsaw in the closet of the Michael Myers house that shouldn't have anything in it? The biggest dialogue offender is some of Freddy's lines. Okay, motherfucker. Oh, how's he say it? I'm trying to get it just right, but I don't think he says motherfucker. Something about, this is Dangertainment, or we'll see how Dangertainment can do, or how we do, whatever. And then the biggest offender of all, and I will say this one line for line, quote for quote, trick or treat, motherfucker. Or, yeah, like some chicken fry, motherfucker. You know, it's just, oh god, it's so bad. Busta Rhymes, right now, single-handedly tears this film apart. Busta Rhymes single-handedly makes this film crap. If they would have taken him out of this movie, it would have been 100 times better. Next big con here, guys. The Kung Fu scene. Yeah, I said it, and if you haven't seen this movie, Busta Rhymes uses Kung Fu against Michael fucking Myers. Like he's fucking Bruce Lee. He even makes the stupid noises. You know, and he's kicking Michael's ass, and I'm sitting there like, really? Michael, this would not happen with Michael. It just wouldn't. As I said, Busta Rhymes continuously kills this film. I wrote Busta Rhymes' name down 3 times in the cons section. 3 times. Because every time I think he can't do worse, he does worse. Just when you think it's over, there's more cons. Okay, Michael gets kicked out of a window, Kung Fu style. Yeah, I know. Goes over the roof, gets caught with a camera cord around his neck, and he is hanging. Could have been a suitable ending. But of course, the killer has to come back again, right? Freddy, Busta Rhymes, once again fucks shit up, grabs a live electrical wire, and puts it to Michael Myers' nuts. And then proceeds to call him a chicken fry. the total disrespect. It's Michael Myers, and you're gonna really kill him by putting something on his balls? Really? Oh. I'm just like, I'm almost done, guys. 2 more movies. Unfortunately, the last 3 movies in this franchise are all pretty much shit. If you like them, more power to you, but they're crap. I'm sorry. They're just god awful. And it's still not the worst movie in the franchise. That's still to come. As I said before, the thing that frustrates me the most about this film, which I forgot to mention came out in 2002, is that there's so many missed opportunities. So many things that if they would have just done a little bit different, a different casting change, a different, dialogue, different this, different that, just a tiny bit, this movie would have been better. Could have been a good film. I love Halloween. The fact that they brought Michael back does not bother me. The fact how they brought him back bothers me. But the fact that they brought him back does not. Oh. This franchise ended with H2O. What I call the quote-unquote original franchise ended with H2O. Now this new movie coming out, I can't wait for tomorrow to see it. I hope it's amazing. I really hope it's amazing. It's going to be awesome just to get another Michael Myers film. It really is. Can't wait to see it. I hope it's good. If it's even halfway decent, I'll be happy. That's just what I'm thinking. If it's halfway decent, I will be happy. Anyways, guys, this is Bronco Juggalo saying, trick or treat, motherfucker.